scores! That's the one-timer, scores!
Great save made by Gustafsson.
Right here, what an awesome pass through the slot, onto the stick of Batherson.
Kachuk in tight up, let's get going, scores! Brady Kachuk wins it in overtime for Ottawa.
I'll tell you one thing. The Senators may suck, but drinking a cold beer while watching a game, no matter how bad the team is, it's always a nice thing to do. Unfortunately, when your team has lost their last 10 out of 11 games, have been shut out 3 out of their last 6 games, and have given up 49 goals since November 1st, which is tied for first in the National Hockey League, beer is good, but even that can't make beer good. The Senators, as of late, have been an absolute dumpster fire. And I've held back from going on rants. I've held back about really getting mad and losing my mind because you know what? Us here at SENS Talk, we're trying to be professional, but more importantly, I felt it wasn't needed. Listen, when somebody goes on a rant, constantly it loses the meaning of the rant. It loses value of the rant. If you continue the rant on a constant basis, you lose the value of it. But when you do it in select periods of time, it gives more meaning to it. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. I love making these videos for you guys, but when I have to make videos after every single game where it's the same damn mistake, game after game after game, I don't know what to say anymore. I can tell you that the Senators have defensive lapses nearly on a nightly basis where they leave the front of the net open, have terrible board work, and turn over the puck on a consistent basis. I can tell you that the goaltending has been subpar at best. I can tell you that the forwards are not doing it. I can tell you that the coaching staff has not been adjusting. I can tell you that Pierre Dorion has been unable to put a legitimate National Hockey League roster together. I can tell you all those things. But you know those things already, because this has been the story around the Ottawa Senators for 5+ years. And at this point, I don't know what to say. What can you do now? Tonight's 4-0 loss, what do we do now? From here, moving forward, what do we do? We're at the same point we were last year, and before the season begun, Senators General Manager Pierre Dorion said we're stepping out of this phase and going into a new phase. We're going to be going into a rebuild. All right, Pierre Dorion, where's the progress? Because we literally have the same exact record as we had last year when we were clearly tanking for a top draft pick. So please tell me, Pierre Dorion, where is this new phase that we're in? Because currently, we're dead last in the National Hockey League. Things have not changed. Things have not improved. And things, frankly, you can argue, have actually gotten worse. So for Ottawa, I don't know what to say anymore. I love doing these recaps because I love hearing from you, the fans. I love talking about my favorite team, the Ottawa Senators, and it gives me an ability to voice my opinions and displeasures around this team. But at the end of the day, when the team consistently loses, and loses in the same fashion, game after game after game, I don't know what to say anymore. Alright? I can, like I said at the beginning of this video, a rant. Listen, the Senators consistently, in nearly every single game, give up a goal from in front of the net. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they're watching film or not. But every single game, the players give up a goal in front of the net. Now, some people can blame the players for that. I blame the coaching for that. Because the coaching is supposed to improve on those mistakes. The coaches are supposed to help the players not make those mistakes. And let me tell you something. If a player or the entire team continues to make the same routine mistakes that lead to goals against, yes, the players may not be the best. And that is on the general manager. But at the end of the day, the systems are not working and the coaching is not adapting to that. And that is on the coaching by far. And the worst part about all of this is the fact that the Senators did this to themselves. These are self-inflicted wounds by the Ottawa Senators. They themselves, the general manager and the owner, Eugene Melnyk and Pierre Dorion, both of them said, Pierre Dorion said, we're entering a new phase. We're out of the rebuild. Eugene Melnyk said in 2021, this year, that the Senators would enter a phase of quote-unquote unparalleled success. So it is the Senators organization's fault that Sens fans have sudden expectations that all of a sudden this team that's been a bottom feeder team for the last 5 years are going to be a magical team. Now, maybe that's on us for believing into this garbage, because listen, the Senators did next to nothing this offseason to improve their team. We should have seen this coming. I didn't think we were going to be a playoff team. I did not think we were going to be a playoff team. I said that 1,000 times before the season. I still will say that. We're not a playoff team. Clearly, definitely not anymore. But at the beginning of the year, I said this too. We were not a playoff team. But I did think, and I bought into the false hope, I guess, but I did really think that this team would at least marginally improve. We have gotten worse. We're last. We are last in the National Hockey League. We're below Buffalo. We're below Arizona. Arizona's full of players that teams have traded to them that have high cap hits, right? They don't even have a team full of players they want. It's just players with high cap hits. We're losing to a team like Arizona, which is essentially a GM mode and NHL 22. It's an utter joke. It's an utter joke. All right, so yeah, Sens fans have a valid reason to be upset. I have a valid reason to be losing my mind right now. And at the end of the day, where do the Senators move forward from here? You can't fire the coach. You just signed to an extension. You can't fire the general manager. You just signed him to an extension. So what happens next? The question that I just asked remains to be answered. I don't know when it will ever be answered. But my worry is the Senators suddenly now have a culture of just losing, a losing culture. And that's the worst thing that can happen to your organization. It always reminds me of what Ryan O'Reilly said when he was in Buffalo. The losing culture really almost ruined hockey for him. It ruined hockey for him. And ever since he was traded from Buffalo, he's become one of the best players in the National Hockey League, Ryan O'Reilly. So I'm really, really worried about what a losing culture can do to the Senators organization and the great talent within the organization. The Senators, at the end of the day, need to change things, and they need to start winning games now. Now, Matt Murray, he got scratched tonight. Deserved scratched. He is 0-5 on the year, as Noah Luden said in the last night's video. Matt Murray has been absolutely subpar at best this year. .890 save percentage, he's been garbage. When you're making $6.2 million, you need to make more than an 0-5 record. You need to make more than an .890 save percentage. You need to do a much better job. Anton Forsberg, a little better than Murray, had a good game tonight. He's not a starter, though. And then Philip Gustafson, .905 save percentage. He's clearly the starter. But even at the end of the day, Philip Gustafson stands on his head, and he still gives up 4 goals, because that's how bad this team is, because of the players that the general manager signed and or didn't bring in, the lack of depth that we have now, the lack of real top-heavy talent, or because of the systems that the coaching staff continue to roll out there with minimal change at best. The Senators continue to do the same things and expect different results, and let me tell you something, that is not a winning strategy. So moving forward, I don't know what to do. I don't know what this team's going to do, but I had to get that stuff off my chest, because obviously, I think you are too. I'm obviously pissed off. And, the Sens play tomorrow against the Kings at 7 Eastern time. I don't know where we go moving from here. The team looks absolutely depleted right now. They look absolutely gassed and not engaged whatsoever. And, once again, my worst fear is a losing culture. So, we deserve better. The fans expect better. The players need to give more. But the management and coaching staff need to improve so much. And I've been a big backer of DJ Smith and Pierre Dorion for a very long time. I've been very hesitant to call them out on a lot of things. But when the coaching staff continues to roll out the same systems with no changes, which continue to kill the Senators' chances of winning games, and when Pierre Dorion continues to make baffling decisions like Matt Murray's contract, like not bringing in any top 6 wingers or centers, not bringing in an effective defenseman, and then signing some of these defensemen and players to albatross contracts, I'm utterly baffled that this organization that really has made some positive strides in the last few years continues to step and get in their own way. Things need to change, and things need to change now. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. I'd love to hear your comments there, and I love this team, love the city, but sometimes this organization just drives me crazy. So I'll see you in the next video. I appreciate all your support. Thank you all for watching. Go Sens, go.